Thanks for staying with us. You're watching Standpoint. Edo State has been in the news for some days now, with the primaries happening across three political parties in that state. Last Saturday, it was the APC with three candidates emerging. It was Dekeri, Dahosa, and Okpebolo emerging within just a political party. But that has not been resolved, as on Thursday, another primary was held. And Okpebolo emerged the candidate of the APC in the forthcoming election in Edo State. Now, PDP is also having the same issues. Two candidates emerging. Aswe Godalo emerging in the primaries that was held at the Bermudia Stadium, while the Deputy Governor, Shaibu, also emerged in a parallel primary held at Commercial Avenue. That's for the PDP. For the Labour Party, Olumide Akpata has emerged, but we also understand that Imasagbo has also been declared a candidate for the Labour Party in another parallel primary. Those are the issues we'll be discussing today. We will narrow it down to that of the APC as we speak to an APC chieftain, Victoria Amu. She joins us via Zoom from Edo State. Good to have you join us.
Thank you very much for having me.
So I know that you are a member of the APC, but you also understand Edo politics so well because you also play politics in Edo State and has been following it for years. So I want to start with what's going on in Edo State and ask you what exactly is happening. Why are we seeing controversies surrounding the primaries of all the three major political parties? I thought that Edo State has evolved, or we thought that Edo State has evolved beyond that kind of politics.
You have issues surrounding the three political parties because the society is more enlightened. The voters are now aware of who they want to lead them. And the voters actually want to take the decision on who they want to nominate. And then the power brokers are also aware that the electorates are ready to vote in who they want to vote in. So you're bound to see such rancor everywhere. And that's what's going on because, Edo State is a state that has a lot of enlightened individuals. Most of Edo-lites are professors. Most of them are PhD holders. Most of them have excelled in their work of their callings in life, And most of Edo people live abroad, so they know what good governance is all about, and we yearn for it.
And can we say that that's what we're seeing now is as a result of the enlightenment of Edo people, or as a result of the desperation of politicians?
Depends on how you see it. I see it from the enlightenment of Edo people. I see that Edo people wants to be able to choose their leader. Whether the desperation of the politicians it's a chip inside the iceberg is for individuals to determine. And this election that we're going into in Edo State is definitely going to be about individuals and party and not anything else. And that's why you see the rancor everywhere.
And I ask that question because we know that one of the hallmarks of enlightenment is the ability to understand and follow the rules. But we've not seen that in these political parties. It would seem as though the politicians are whipping up sentiment and holding parallel congresses just to heat up the polity. And that's why I'm asking you if you don't think that this is as a result of the desperation of some politicians.
Parallel congresses did not happen in APC. I'm a member of APC, and I can tell you that we had the first primaries on the 17th, and a few of the party members agitated against the outcome of it. And because APC is a listening party, and we take into cognizance what our party members feel and how they speak. A completion of that exercise was done yesterday. You have parallel Congress in APC. You have parallel Congress in PDP. You have parallel Congress maybe in Labour Party, but you don't have parallel Congress in APC. PDP, I can't speak for them, but they have their issues every day and every time. When we had the last governorship election, they also had their issues. When we had the last presidential election, they had their issues. Same thing as Labour Party. So Edo just needs a unifier. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Well,
that's what
Mrs. Amu, the APC also has its issues. It's the issues from the APC that led to the issues in the PDP when, you know, somebody, the governor had to leave and then join the PDP, and that led to some of the rancor they had within the PDP. But because you have spoken about the APC, let's talk about the first primaries before we come to the second primary that held in the APC. We saw 3 different candidates emerge. We saw Idahosa, we saw Dekeri, and then Okpebholo. Can you explain to us what exactly happened in that regard?
You saw 3 different candidates that were not the party, that did not come through the party structure itself. Only one.
What exactly does that mean when you say they didn't come to the party structure?
It means that those individuals who called themselves winners, candidates, they did not do it with the National Working Committee already had its own guidelines as to who can declare the winner. And the winner was declared by Governor Hope Uzodinma at a venue chosen by him. You had other people having themselves declared at different venues. Why would that be a part of APC? That was a standalone activity by those persons. On the 17th, the person that was declared by Governor Hope Uzodinma, and that was the person sent to Edo State as a returning officer for the party to carry out the election. And because every other person around felt aggravated and they felt left out, so the National Working Committee of the party decided to call everybody in and had a meeting in Abuja. And at the meeting, there were issues that came up as ballot papers did not come in time. A lot of things happened, and they felt the scores that were presented were not the appropriate scores, even though it was INEC officials who sent down the scores through their INEC representatives in the different local governments. But they felt aggrieved, and the party listened to it.
So what happened? Because you have said that the person who won, which is Idahosa, was the one declared by the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma. But in this particular primary, it was Okpebholo that was declared. What happened in between? Because when you also look at the numbers, you know, for Idahosa, it was declared with about 40-something thousand votes. Okpebholo was just about 12,000 votes. What happened in between? You know, how come Idahosa no longer emerged as the candidate of the party?
Remember, I'm just a party member. I'm not a party executive. So I would not be able to give you the answer to what exactly happened. I can tell you that the National Working Committee needed the exercise to be completed. I can tell you that we all went into our local government, and then we stood online and we were counted, and our results were transmitted. I can tell you that most local governments did that. I can tell you that the fact that a different candidate emerged, I have no knowledge of why that happened. But I can tell you that in my local government, I know that my local government, Onwa West, we stood online and we voted for Dennis Idahosa. That I can tell you categorically. Whether when it came into the collation center, there were mistakes from the INEC officials. The results that they had on the 17th now differed from the results that they had yesterday. I have no idea. Remember, I told you I wasn't at the collation center. I wasn't a member of the team. I wasn't in the situation room. So I wouldn't be able to give you a vivid idea of what happened. But I can tell you one thing. The party, the result was announced by Governor Otu, and Senator Monday Okpebholo came out as the candidate. Listen, party is supreme. That's it. What we need to do right now is to come together as a party. What we need to do right now is to be able to work for APC. APC must win back Edo State because the era of PDP in Edo State is gone. The era of complaining, especially my local government, Onwa West. We've had issues with the 8-year government of PDP. We've just been taken as persons, local government that is used to complete the number for winning. Nothing has been done for our people to appreciate that government is there. And so everybody is at alert. But the thing is that APC, the National Working Committee, has picked up a candidate, and the candidate is Senator.
Mrs. Amu, I get that point, and I'll get to that point in just a moment. But I just wanted to ask you, because I know that I saw a video where you endorsed Dennis Idahosa when you stepped down. And one would have thought, because the idea that we had was that he was the most popular candidate, you know, of all aspirants, rather, of all the other aspirants. Was this a test of his popularity?
It's true he was the most popular candidate. He was the most popular candidate because he endeared himself into the heart of Edo people. Dennis Idahosa made a visit to my house to intimate me about his ambition because he found me relevant. Don't forget I'm a woman, and most politicians don't find women relevant. They don't. They only find them relevant to come and clap and sing with them. They only find them relevant to open prayer WhatsApp for them. But he found me relevant. He realized that I must have followers. He realized that if I ran for governorship, I must have run for governorship with money. He realized that if I ran for governorship, there were persons I was giving 2 million. There were communities I was giving money whenever I got there. So that means that I came with my own money. I wasn't in the system like every other politician that ran for the governorship that were already settled. They already had their position in the system. They had positions that were paying for them. They had positions that gave them money and free money. I worked for my money, and I decided to come out because it was time for women to come out. And I still do believe that. I still believe that aspirants and people men in governance should be able to see women differently. They should be able to bring women into governance because women are mothers, and most of us are educated. And if we are as educated as our male counterpart, we should be given the light of day.
And just before we let you go, is Senator Okpebholo a match for the other candidates? We have Olumide Akpata in that race. We also have, for the PDP, Asue Godalo or Shaibu, depends on how that ends. Is he a match for any of these candidates?
Yes, he is. If he wasn't a match for those candidates, I don't think he would be the senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is a sitting senator, so he's a match to all of those candidates. And he comes with his own experience. He has been in the system for quite a long time. I am not his spokesperson, but I know for him to be a senator, he has been in the system for quite a long time. And I'm sure he's going to bring to bear the things he used, the strategy he used to win his senatorial seat. He's going to bring it to bear. And because he's APC, we're all going to work with him because party is supreme. You know, it is not about Victoria Mu. It's not about any other person. It's party is supreme. And I know, if I know the senator, because I have crossed paths with him in these last few days, if I know the senator, I know he's going to bring everybody because there are a lot of people aggrieved right now. I know he's going to bring everybody together. He's going to discuss the issue because we must find a way forward. And the goal is to be able to change the status quo of Edo State. The goal is to be able to have Edo State come back into limelight. The goal is to be able for Edo citizens to benefit the dividend of democracy. That's what the goal is.
And I know you do not speak for Dennis Idahosa or Senator Oshomole, but are we also likely to see them work with the gubernatorial candidate of the APC? Because you said people are aggrieved. And I want to imagine that both of them, especially Dennis Idahosa, is also aggrieved. Would they likely be working with Senator Okpebholo as the candidate of the party?
Listen, those two persons you have called, Dennis Idahosa and Comrade Adam Soshomole, they are champions of party supremacy. So that's why I said we need to sit down with the aggrieved persons. All of us, we are all aggrieved, you know. But because those two proponents are champions of party supremacy, I think they will come around. They will come around, because if Honorable Idahosa and the followers and most of us feel that there was injustice in Honorable Idahosa's issues, then I know the party at the national level will look at it and would examine it and will broker into a conversation. That's what it's all about. We must broker into a conversation. Nobody should be left out in this conversation, because every single person is important. And I think Comrade Adams Oshomole lived his life as a negotiator. I think if you bring a superior argument before Comrade Adams Oshomole, I am so sure he will sit down and see from your perspective. That's all. The goal is to win APC, to win Edo State back to APC.
We do have to leave it there, but we're watching the development in Edo State very closely. Thanks for your time. Always a pleasure to speak with you. APC chieftain in Edo State, Victoria Amu.
Thank you for always having me. I hope that more women will come out and speak like I speak. And I hope that your program that is becoming female gender friendly, you know, it used to be an all male.
We've always had female anyway, but we have to, we've always had female. But thank you so much for your time. My time is out. Thank you, Mrs. Victoria Amu.
Thank you.